Hi Ravi, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, fine. So,
I thought Sunil is one of the students.
no, actually, just I thought of joining whether all students will attend or not.
Okay.
Mahesh was a native, so he could not connect.
My screen is visible, na?
Sorry?
My screen is visible, na?
Your screen is visible.
Okay. Actually, what I did is where I said yeah, this may not be visible. I have to share.
No, there you can increase the font, I guess.
No, wait. This is visible.
Yeah, it is visible. They can zoom it in Zoom and they
Map,
can
map,
see.
map, map. This is map.
Okay.
So I think new share I've done. So I have to stop and share.
Mhm.
That will be more better.
No, I can see the map.
Oh, you are able to see the map. Okay.
Yeah.
See, this is the line, border line.
Okay. Okay.
Fisherman boat goes other side of the border line, it will be like a alarm. If it below behind the border line, it won't be alarm. Okay. So
Okay.
student cannot go here and there, na? They cannot move their location, correct? To the depot.
Correct.
What
Mm-hmm.
I did is the line can be shifted.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Now this is the line in which you are outside the what we called our Karma Technology Service.
The border area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this line means you are inside. Karma Technology College, everything is inside. Okay.
Correct.
So this line top and bottom lat long I
Mm-hmm.
have defined in my code here.
Okay.
So P1 is the top and P2 is the bottom, like that.
Okay. Okay.
So I call it Lakshman Rekha. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So Lakshman Rekha case one, you have a case one is safe, case two is danger. So government hospital near Chikbarmara post office. This is that long.
Mm-hmm.
That point I have taken. And next point I have taken this Trippanhalli government hospital. This is that long. So any
Okay. Okay.
also, if you just want to use, no, just do Control C of the lat long. Go to maps.
Mm-hmm.
And then click enter. Okay, so this is location. You zoom it
Okay.
like that. This is the point. This
Okay.
finally something is there, na? Because I rounded off to 3 decimal, so it is moved from here to here
Okay.
because of the rounding.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that is the thing main. Rest is code only. I think
Ravi, have you worked on Firebase?
no, not yet.
Okay. MIT app?
No that app I have not built till now. No apps I have built.
Blink, you know, I guess.
Link I used.
Okay. Okay.
But Firebase is easy actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
MIT also is easy. People say like that. It's like a ready-made
Mm.
drag and drop only.
Okay. Okay.
If you don't do it, you don't know how it is.
Correct.
Blink I have tested once only, but none
Yeah.
particularly I tested.
Blink has some disadvantages, like we can't add more this one,
Add more.
and that
You have to buy the premium version
correct.
because you have to buy only once. Then you can use it for many projects.
Correct.
One account is enough for at least 4 5 projects.
Okay. Guys, anybody yet to join? Only two of you are joined. Ravi, you can change the screen.
I think Rakshit is.
WhatsApp is visible. You can change the screen.
Yeah. So
Swati, Tejo, Rakshita. So anybody yet to come?
Yes, sir. One more should come, sir.
Okay.
when is the video required? Because I packed the hardware actually to unpack it.
No, I guess you have started the recording.
No. I'm telling when is the video required? The video means video of hardware.
Hardware.
Rakshit or Swati can tell because I've packed the hardware. I'll unpack it and I'll make the video and send.
Okay.
So can
yes,
you send
guys.
by today, sir?
Today only required? Okay. We'll send today.
Okay.
Guys, could you please ask your friends to join soon? Rakshita, Swati.
Yeah, Priksha has joined just now. I think all are joined. Where she went just now.
No,
Yeah. Okay. So it seems all have joined.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So we can start, huh? Okay. And one more thing I want to ask students whether they have a compulsory requirement of LoRa or any RF module is okay.
Sir, LoRa only, sir.
LoRa only. Okay, no problem. Just asking because LoRa delivery has come just after I made the hardware. So currently I have used different RF module. LoRa and RF modules, other RF modules are same only, except the difference is range. Okay. Otherwise, no change. Okay. And at the receiver, even though you told only system is enough, what I did is I have added LCD and system both. So what is the advantage? Suddenly, if your guide says any enhancement, then you can tell, okay, we can go for putting LCD on the base module. So you just need to connect the LCD. That's it. Nothing else. Code is ready. Hardware is ready. Modules are ready. Everything is ready. Okay. So just one bonus extra feature you have now. Okay. So we'll start the class now.
Yes,
Are you
sir.
able to see the code window?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Then, so your project is divided into two parts: the board module and the base module. So base module is pretty simple because what it does is it receives the packet. Yeah, it receives the packet and just decodes the packet and displays it. Yeah. Okay. Got it. Okay. So extra features of LCD is there, so don't worry about that. Okay. So the first thing is library of LCD, and then pin connections of LCD. Basically, any given LCD, let me show you one LCD. LCD 16x2 pin diagram. Your LCD and other basic class are over?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we are not going to use all the 8 pins. What we are going to use only the first 4 pins, that is the MSB, D7, D6, D5, D4, and control pins, which is your RW and control pin of enable. So RW, RS, and enable, these 3 pins, and this 4 pins for the MSB. Out of this 3 pin, always we are going to write to the LCD. So RW will be permanently grounded. So left out is enable and RS. So going back to code, going back to this code, I'll just highlight here. This is the board base station module. Okay. So pin number 12 and 11 on the Arduino are going to be used for LCD, RS, and enable pin, whereas pin number 7 to 10 are going to use for D7 to D4. This is same in both module also. This is same in base module also. Pin number 13 is the LED, which is default LED on the Arduino board. So if you see the Arduino, so there is a LED here. So it's written there pin number 13. So internally, this pin number 13 is connected to the LED. So if you write 1, LED is on. If you write 0, LED is off. Okay. So in data is the variable to store the incoming data, and we have a string data. PID is packet ID, BID is boat ID, lat one, long one is your position of the boat, and message type. As we have discussed in our last classes, that there will be various type of message, like if there is a cyclone, or you have crossed the border, or there is a manual emergency. That is a message type. So message can be C/B, C/B/E. So what is C? Cyclone. B is like border alert, border crossing. E is like emergency button press, as it was requested during the class. Okay. So setup is a function which runs only once. So from this bracket till here, this full function will only run at the boot up, at the beginning. So basically it is a setup function. Okay. So what we are doing in setup function, we are supposed to tell the Arduino which pin you are going to use for input, which pin you are going to use for output, any serial port is there, what baud rate, what communication speed you are going to use. So like that, everything happens to be a setup. So you see pin mode, LED output, LCD.begin. So we are going to use 16x2 LCD. So I'm just initializing the LCD. Then cursor I'm putting at location 00, left top corner. Then I'm printing on the line 1, welcome to SCE. Then I'm going to line 2. So 0 means line 1, 1 means line 2. So second line I'm going, and I'm putting base station. So after displaying the message of the LCD, what will go? We'll go for the serial port initialization. And then I'll just blink the LED to check the LED is okay or not. And then serial message, which is the message on the laptop. Welcome to SCE, Fisherman Alert Base Station. So this ends my setup. Setup means boot up. Only the booting up or initialization of the project is over. Which project? Only the base station part. Okay. So via the LoRa module, the transmitter will send a packet like this. For example, a packet like this. So this is a packet. We have to decode this packet. We have to break this packet into parts and understand what this packet is saying. So the first number is packet ID. So what is the packet ID? So first we'll understand packet ID, whose range is from 1 to 9. So just packet number 1, packet number 2, packet number 9, and then again going to 1. Why like that? Because I'm using only 1 byte for packet ID. Then there'll be boat ID. So what is boat ID? So there may be multiple boats, which is in one base station connected to. So there can be 99 boats, 00 to 99 IDs. So one base station can talk to 99 boats. Then there will be location. Location will be what? Lat, comma, not comma, lat and long. So how lat is written? So I'll put just a point like xxx dot xx x. I think how many x are there? 1 second. 3. Okay, 2. And what is long? So yy dot yy. So how many bytes basically you are taking for lat long? So you can see here 5 bytes for latitude and then 5 bytes for longitude. Then comes your message type. Message type only either B or C or E, only 1 byte. And then hash sign which says packet is over, and $sign at the beginning which says packet is starting. So how many bytes together we are having? You can see here now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So your 16 byte packet is there. So if your guide is asking in the Viva, so you can tell we have a 16 byte fixed packet, packet starting from $sign, ending with hash sign, and then we have packet ID, we have boat ID, we have location, and we have message type. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So if packet is clear, then only we can go ahead. Okay, because same thing will be used in transmitter part also. Same packet formation. Now, what is the function called serial.available? This function says that in the buffer, receiver buffer of the Arduino, there is some data which is more. 0 means no data. More than 0 means some data is sitting. So what I should do? I should use the function serial.readString, and I'll store that input string in data variable. So what in data will contain? Incoming received data of 16 bytes. Okay. So I got this information in variable in data. So simply some beautification, some extra printing. So I'm just printing this double line, and then I'll show that RF packet received, and the raw means without process, unprocessed, without decoding. So I'll say raw packet printing on the computer, okay, on your laptop. Once the raw packet is printed, I'm calculate the length using length function, and I'll print the length also, which will come around 16 to 17. Sometime it will count this slash n also, the new line character, so it will show one more. Okay. Now I know very well location number 0 is $. Location number 1 has packet ID. Location number 2 and 3 has your boat ID. So like that I can slice the packet. Like that I can cut the packet. So here slicing is happening. So what is happening? Slicing of packet. Okay. Slicing and decoding of packet is happening here. So what is PID? So byte number between byte number 1 and 2. So start byte, end byte. So 1 only will go here. Packet ID. Packet ID. Then boat ID. Then latitude. Then longitude. Okay. Then last byte is basically before hash. Second last byte basically is B, E, or C based on the border crossing, emergency, which is manual button pressing, and cyclone. So this message type. So whatever you have understood till now, whatever you have got till now, you are storing in various variable by cutting slicing the string into subparts, and then you are displaying that BID, boat ID. Then going to next line, you're going to print latitude and longitude. After you print on the LCD, now it's time to print on the computer, same information. Computer has more bigger screen, so everything stays there. No need to clear, no need to wait. Otherwise, you have to wait, clear, and put more message. Without waiting and clearing, if you want to put the message, all message will jumbled up and your LCD screen will get fully corrupted. So what you have to do, you have to wait for some time, clear the screen, and then print a new message. But for example, if you don't wait and clear the screen and print a new message, what will happen? Jumbling up will not be there because you have cleared the screen. But the old message you cannot see because computer, your Arduino is so fast, it will print the message here first, clear the screen and show the second message. You will not able to recognize only the first message has come and gone. So delay is very important. So computer, that problem is not there. It will print and you can see old message also by scrolling. Like I can see the upper part of program like scrolling. Same way you can scroll up also. Okay, now message type. Based on the message type, we'll put the extra messages. If message type is C, who knows C? What is the meaning of C? Everybody will not know, correct? We are writing the code, we know. But the person who is using the machine, using your hardware, using your product will not know. So C means boat stuck in cyclone. Same thing on LCD. LCD has a limited space, 16 characters only. So you have to sometime choose less words. So B means border cross alert, but that much big cannot come on LCD. So I put half message border cross. E means boat in emergency. I'm just putting emergency on LCD. So LCD.print, printing on LCD. Serial.print, basically it is printing on computer. If it is T, but T we have not defined. What is T? So T is only for testing as a test packet. Whenever both modules become on, it will send a T packet just to tell I'm on. I'm just boot up. Okay. If any other message comes, B, E, C or T, I know. If any other thing come like X or G or C, or sorry, C, no, A or anything like I, J, so I'll tell unknown. It is an unknown message type. Okay. And then I'll print a new line and wait for again. See, wait for again new data. So what is this? Wait for new RX data or RX packet. Okay, this keeps on happening infinitely. This is the end of program here. End of program. And this is basically LCD serial connection. So this part is not required, I think. So I can remove it. Okay. So I hope this receiver part, which is a lot simpler than transmitter part, you have understood.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is your board base station. Okay. So now we'll go for the boat module part, which is little bigger. Okay. And more complex because it has more hardware and more logics. So you can see here libraries also increases. So earlier only one library was there, Crystal library, that is for LCD. Now we have GPS library also, and we have software serial library also. Okay. So liquid crystal LCD, same as our boot module, base station module. Here I have defined RX pin number 4, TX pin number 3. What is this? This is nothing but software serial. On the Arduino, there is a TX RX already sitting. So pin number 0 is your TX, and pin number 0 is RX, and pin number 1 is TX. Already it is there. But then why I'm making pin number 4 also TX RX? Why it is required? Because this project requires multiple RF connection. Why multiple RF connection? First of all, as you know, this is boat module. What hardware it has? It has GPS, it has LoRa, it has laptop also for coding and debugging. Then it has wind sensor, wind speed. Then it has emergency switch, EMG key or switch, SW or button. Okay. So like that, it has many things. So this GPS uses serial interface. LoRa also uses serial interface. Laptop also uses serial interface. All three are using serial interface. But I have only one serial. So what I'm going to do is, if you can see, ss.begin is my GPS baud rate, and serial is my serial default serial port. Serial module is that pin number 0 and pin number 1. That is my default serial port. And this function, which we'll understand again, which it is sending the packet to both the serial ports, ss.print and serial.print. Why like that? Okay, I'll come back here. So LoRa requires the RX, means the Arduino TX should be connected to LoRa RX. Why? Because whatever Arduino will speak, LoRa will listen, and then it will, LoRa will, what will do? It will broadcast to air, to space, to environment. Okay. So Arduino will speak, LoRa will listen. After listening, it will convert into RF packet, and then it will simply transmit to the air. Now the receiver LoRa will receive and connect it to the Arduino, and Arduino will decode the packet and display. So this is happening from where? This is basically happening from your pin number 3 of the Arduino will go to LoRa RX. So Arduino pin 3. Okay. Now GPS serial. So GPS will speak, and who will listen? My Arduino should listen. Which pin it will listen? Pin number 4. But as we know, pin 0 is RX, pin 1 is CX. Then why I'm not using that? Because it is connected to laptop serial port via USB. Okay. So that is why that is used for coding and debugging. What is coding? You know, code uploading, programming. Okay, I'll write here programming. Debugging is what? Debugging tells how your project is behaving, where the project is running, which step it is there now. So that is debugging. So at every step we'll have some serial.print, which will print the data on the computer screen. So you will understand how the project is running, what is the project flow, and where the project is. But if you don't connect laptop also, project will run. Because, for example, if you are playing a song on your phone, on some music app like Gaana or Spotify, even if you switch off the screen, still sound comes, still song is playing. You download some game or movie and you switch off your monitor, still download is happening. Okay, so that way your Arduino is running background. If you simply don't connect the laptop, so only thing, debugging will not happen, programming will not happen, but what program is there, it will keep on running, and your things will keep on happening. What will keep on happening? Checking of border cross, checking of button, checking of wind speed, all things will keep on happening infinitely because it is running an infinite loop. Okay, so GPS library, software serial. So what is the role of software serial? To convert any IO pin into the RX-TX pin. So basically these pins which I'm talking about here are basically software serial pins, converting a regular pin into serial communication pin. We have created one object called GPS and we have created one object called SS. SS is simply copy paste of serial. Serial.print, serial.begin, serial.read, everything will work with SS also. So now we have buzzer pin, we have line pin. Okay, I'll tell you what is line pin. Then it is emergency pin. Whenever you want to have manual emergency, whenever you are in panic state or some attack, you just press this button. Wind pin, the wind sensor is connected to pin A0. Emergency pin connected to A4. Line pin connected to A5. Buzzer pin connected to pin number 5. LED pin is internally built-in LED. Okay. So what is A0, A5 and pin number 5 and A5? We'll see in another diagram. So you can see here, okay, not a clear diagram. Okay. Okay, see. Pin number 0, RX, pin number 1, TX. Pin number 3, 4, virtual RX TX or serial software RX TX. Pin number 5, we are connecting to buzzer. Then A0 is here, A4 and A5. So these are pin connected to various sensors as per our code. A0 wind sensor, A0 connected to wind sensor, A4 connected to emergency button, and A5 is connected for line change. What is line change? Okay. Before going to project code, I'll just explain the concept, how we are demonstrating the border. Okay, so you are somewhere here near Saptagiri College. Okay, so if I make this line as a border, I call this Lakshman Rekha. If I make this line as a border from this hospital to this post office, if I make this line as a border, you are inside the border. So you are not going outside. So you are in safe zone. Okay, but same time, if I make line here as a border, okay, so you are outside the border. Even the current technology somewhere here also is outside the border. So you are in danger zone. Okay, so you cannot run with project here and there during exam or during final exam demo. Or even in your home also you cannot simply run. Sometimes lockdown is there, sometimes lockdown is not there. Demo may happen at college, demo may happen outside, and nothing is certain. So what we have done is we come up with a brilliant idea. This line, what I have done is the line you can keep on shifting, like I am shifting, correct? Like that you can also shift. Lakshman Rekha is here, Lakshman Rekha is here. Okay, how you can shift? So that idea is in the code. Pin number A4. So if this pin is connected to, sorry, not A4, A5. 0, if connected to 0, it is line 1. Connected to 1, it is line 2. Okay, like that. Lakshman Rekha name the line. Case 1 is the line 1. So it is basically point. Line has 2 points, P1 and P2. This is the location of the point 1. This is location of point 2. So where is the point 1? Basically, it is a safe, it is government hospital near Chikbarmara post office. And this is your government hospital down. So as I shown you in the figure, somewhere here, this government hospital is there. Okay. So what you can do is, if you have any doubt, what you can do? Simply take that point, just copy paste. Simply copy paste this point, Control C, go to Google Map, paste the point and give enter. It will take you to that location. See, government hospital. Okay, just near that only. Why? Point is not exactly a government hospital. So right click, sorry, right click, and you can show here only. Right click. See, this is the government hospital point. You can see how many decimals are there. This is the accuracy. Okay, I have taken 13.092, whereas actual position is 13.0903, like that. Okay, so that happens. Sometimes because of the resolution, because of trimming down, location may go here or there, some by 50 to 100 meter. Okay. So as I was telling, this is the Chikbarama post office. Near that, government hospital is there. That is my point number 1. Now, where is my point number 2? Okay. Go back to code. Click here. Copy this location. Go to Google Map. Put this point and give enter. It should go to the next location. It's going here somewhere. So this is the hospital, just near to hospital. So again, right click. So it is showing, you can see the point. The point is 903132, that is 34. This is 48, this is 48, but 484, almost same only. So longitude is not much change, but latitude has been a little bit changed. So that's why this change we are seeing from here to here. So from here, this hospital to somewhere here, this post office. One line you make a virtual. Behind that line, you are safe. Above that line, you are not safe. Okay. Now, coming back to code. So I hope you understand which pin is fronted where and what is meaning of P1 and P2. It's an array, my array, because each X and Y location or latitude longitude is stored for 1 point and again point 2, one more. So this is there. So you cannot keep change and dump again, keep change and dump again. So for you, what I did is I defined this P here point. If that line pin is 0, I'm going to use this case 2 outside. If line is 1, which is default case, this is the default case. So my location will be this P1 and P2 will be like this. Okay. So this is my P1 and this is my P2. Case 2, outside, alert, danger. Case 1, safe, inside. This is line 1. This is line 2. So based on the line status, line pin. What is line pin? Again, coming back, line pin. Line pin is nothing but pin number A5. If A5 you connect to ground, you will be in case 2. If not connected to ground, you will be in case 1. This is extra feature which I have given to change the border reference line for live demo. So this is not part of the program. This is part of the demo. Okay. So if this you remove also, doesn't matter to me. Why? Because my project works based on this variable here, which is defining the line, border line. So this is basically border line point 1. Now border line you want to change dynamically, then that logic will work. Okay. Now this is my current variable, current location, where I am currently. Okay. So what is the method of telling whether you are outside the point or inside the line? So I'll just explain you in short the mathematics of this. So before going to code, we have to understand few basics. Okay. So suppose this is some border. Okay. Now, okay. Now you may be here or you may be here. So how to find out? What you do is you try to make a slope here and you might try to make a slope here. Okay. What will happen? So this is your x-axis. This is your y-axis. So slope of this line, if I tell it is M1, this I'll tell as M2. This also I'll tell as M2 prime. Okay. So based on the slope, so this slope is different, this slope is different, this slope is different. So my slope is lower, you are inside. Slope is higher, you are outside. Correct? So based on the slope of this line, you can tell whether you are inside or outside. How to find slope? I think that part you know, like this, correct? Like this. And this will be ulta, actually, like this. So negative will come. Okay. So what happens here is, if you have any point, then the slope is given by y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. Correct? That is the formula for slope. Okay. Same thing we have to do in our project also. So that only we will be doing. So first, some variables are there. Slope 1, slope 2. Boat ID is 21. I am given randomly some number. Packet ID will be changing from 1 to 9 or 0 to 9. Okay, this is threshold for wind speed. More than 25 counts. Cyclone is there. Less than 25 counts. Cyclone is not there. I'll tell. Inter-packet delay. Once a packet is transmitted, after 5 seconds only, next packet will be transmitted. Setup. Setup, as I told you, it is the initial code which runs only once. From here to here, this whatever I have highlighted setup, only it will run once. It is just a booting up, just a initialization. So serial dot begin 9600, access dot begin also 9600, because both are working at same speed, same frequency. Now pin modes, all pins are input here, and this all pins are output. Then LCD. I think this pin mode, serial dot begin, all were taught in the basic classes. If not done, please tell your again that Mahesh sir to take the basic classes again. Once you start the LCD, first Malcolm message will print on LCD, then LED will be blinked high and low. Buzzer also will be just make a sound at boot up just to check buzzer is working, LED is working. Our class will stop in 2 minutes. I'll just share the link again because we have 40 minutes limit. And it will send alert of T type. Why T type? It is a test alert. Test message to base just for link check. Okay, testing, mic testing 1 2 3 like that, similar like 2 like that. This is happening. So I hope you understand the concept of setup and loop. What is loop? Loop happens infinitely, keeps on running. Setup happens only once. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll just stop it, and again I'll share the link.